general. I just had a client that I'm working with, a new client that I'm working with, and uh, I was so frustrated because we talked about a plan of action. It's a video that I just did a little while ago too. I guess is my rant of the teaching part because it's kind of the common thread of what's going on in the business community. Why we don't succeed in business and in life is there's a definition of insanity, trying to do the same thing over and over again, thinking you're gonna get a different result. And so here we are in 2018 with a great opportunity to fresh start and new beginning and fresh ideas. And what didn't work years ago wasn't supposed to work. And now you have a great opportunity to do something new and something fresh, to rebrand yourself. Don't bring back that old stuff. You know, as I've been in business most of my life, as you probably know by now. And one of the things that I've had to do, I've had to let certain things go. When I was in the music business, I didn't understand the internet and didn't have the finances at the time to build an e-commerce business around it. I just had a person call me, actually, DM me from Facebook and say, hey, do you still have all your records? I'm like going, no, that guy is dead and gone. And I'm in technology now, so I have, all my stuff digitally now on MP3, which is unfortunate because I still love vinyl, but it's too heavy to carry around for one thing. But anyway, get out of your own way and realize that if you want to be successful in this life, that certain things don't work, let it die, and don't say, well, it worked 10 years ago. Well, 10 years ago technology was different, life is different, needs are different. Just like even me, there's certain things I've had to let go in a business that I've created and been spending years working on. I've had to just let it sit there and die because I realized that, one, I got sidetracked because of the mistake I made. Some mistakes I made. I didn't make just one. I made several big mistakes that cost me, which I've talked about before. But so in talking to this gentleman, I got rather frustrated because it's like going, knock yourself in the head, have a V8. You're like that old commercial back in the day is I should have had a V8. Well, you should have had a V8 because if you realize what we're talking about and you understand that the ways it didn't work, and then I'm supposed to be your consultant and your coach, then listen to your consultant and your coach. And so I had to be nice to him, and then ultimately I had to explain to him that you're not going to like me for a minute. You're going to love me because we're mandated to love one another. But the downside is, as a coach, you're not going to like your coach. And so I had to switch over from just being the consultant to being the coach to say, look, you could do it, but you're going to have to change. And so in realizing that life is full of, I love cherries, but there's pits, so when you get to the center of the cherry, if you bite too hard, you may chip your tooth. So realize that when you see the difference, you know what's going on the inside, then you can change because that's the best for you. So I just kind of wanted to rant for a second about that because it's something where we get in our own way a lot, and we tend to want to hold on to dead relationships, dead ideologies, and thinking that it's going to resurrect itself. Yeah, it may resurrect itself, but it's going to come back in a different way. Just like music's back, and I think I mentioned in the last video or a couple videos ago how I was talking to a person, and they got a record label, and they're going to be doing they're going to be doing only vinyl. And I'm like going, well, why would you go backwards and go forwards versus doing a combination of both? You still need the digital, even though the vinyl sounds better and there is a clientele, but no one knows who you are. And so it's one of those where if you get stuck in a model, get stuck on something because you think that's the best way for you, that's why you have a consultant. That's why you have somebody to help you. And in our conversation coming forward with the gentleman with the company and the rebranding of his company and coming up with, I put him on task. So you too need to be on task. What is it that you're doing? Who is your customer base? Why would they buy for you? What are you offering that's special? All those things are key to building and rebuilding your business because I've had to do it. and you have to do it too. If you don't do a basic business plan, basic strategy plan, then strategic plan, excuse me, then you're more of a chance of failing. And the kind of, again, that's what I kind of talked about in the video. But I just kind of wanted to rant a minute to get it off my chest, because I'm only human, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I've made mistakes in the past, and I don't want to take it out on him. But at the same time, it's something for all of us to understand. If you hire someone to be the professional, let them be the professional. I can't tell you how many times that I've gone into working working with a church that, yeah, they, the pastor, who is the shepherd of the house, the head of the ministry. The reason you brought me in is because you don't know. And so since you don't know, and I'm the professional that's anointed and appointed with the education and the understanding of how to take you to the next level, I can't jump on your vision when I'm not there to jump on your vision. I'm there to help you with your vision. I'm here to help you understand what it's going to take you from A to B, or from C to D, or E to F, or whatever, to get you to that next phase, the next level, to get you on task, to help you to reorganize, restructure, and build it. So when you hire a consultant or hire a coach, realize that, yeah, you may be friends, and there be some commonality, but just remember that that person that you've hired or contracted is a person that has the understanding, has the professionalism, and the knowledge that you probably have. But sometimes just taking those that a multitude of counsel, and that someone else has a bird's eye view that's not a part of it, that's in it. There's this old expression, you can't see the forest for the trees. Well, the reason you can't see the forest for the trees is because you got to back up, and sometimes that person that you need, that coach, or that the consultant is going to back you up, so that way there is a forest, and there's not just one tree. There's more ways to skin a cat. And so get out of your own way. Understand that there is a way that seems right that leads to death, and that you too can be successful if you're trying to redevelop yourself. Don't give up. Don't give in. In due season, you'll reap if you sow not. If you faint not. So don't faint and go get weary in well doing, because you will be successful. But again, sometimes you got to get out of your own way. Sometimes you got to understand that if you keep doing it this way, you're going to get the same result. You don't want to get the same result, because why? Why would you want to get the same result of nothing and being a failure? So you don't have to be a failure. Failure is a setup for success. Don't look at it as a way because it didn't work. This is just one way that it didn't work, and it allows somebody to help you take you to that next level. If you get out of your own way, you have a better opportunity for success. This is Brian Cochran. This is my rant for today. I just kind of really needed to get this off my chest, because it was driving me a little bit of cray-cray, as the kids say, a little bit of crazy. We'll talk to you later. God bless. If you like my comment, if you don't like it, go down below, make a comment. So that way, I can keep going forward, which I'm going to go regardless or not. I'm going to keep doing this because I know this is what I'm supposed to do, help people to grow in their ministry, grow in their business, and grow in life. And we'll talk to you later.